Hey there, welcome to Pixels Refreshed. Got Graham here with me again, and today we're going to be looking into Marvel's Spider-Man 2. Anyways, I'm excited. I really enjoyed this holiday. I played through Spider-Man and Miles Morales on my PS5, and I had a great time with both of them. I'm curious to see because there's a lot of things that I found were pretty amazing in that as a showpiece. Like they really upped the particles and the ray trace reflections, especially when they added the 60 frames per second mode, was really nice on both of those games. And I think they're using a little bit of global illumination. It felt like the atmosphere got denser when you turn the ray tracing on. So I like what they've done with their engine tech. Obviously, they pushed it even further with Ratchet and Clank, and I'm curious to see what we can kind of get hints at for where their tech is going with the Spider-Man 2 trailer. You have anything to say on that, Graham?
I actually haven't played either of those games yet because I don't have a PS5. But
Well,
I would like to.
I was fortunate enough to play both of them.
Yeah.
But let us take a look. See. Of course, they're gonna probably have like a ray traced reflection like right away. Be like the thing.
Yep.
To like look at this puddle. Especially because
Hey, look, puddles.
there is. Do you know about Puddlegate around Spider-Man?
No.
Oh,
What?
when they released Spider-Man on PS4, they had like a trailer scene that had, I think it was like, just like cube-based projected reflections on
Mhm.
the puddles in one scene, and then they were cut in the final game, and it was just down to like screen space or something. So there's like big Puddlegate around the puddle downgrade in Spider-Man. So they were like, we can't have Puddlegate again, so we better. So it's like right away, ray trace reflections in puddles, and they're clearly using the same tech that they implemented for Ratchet and Clank because we're not seeing a resolution mismatch. If you look, it looks like almost identical pixel count on this corner and these kind of things as it did on
The scene looks overall great. Like the particle effects for the paper look really good.
yeah.
The one thing I'm not sold on is the smoke.
Yeah.
Since in like New York, it'd be more like a steam. Looks like kind of like a smoke bomb that went off.
And it's
But
working at a different frame rate too, so you can kind of see
yeah.
it's like every other frame they're pushing out the smoke particle, the calculations on it. That pretty good. It's kind of cool that they're doing like this weave thing. It's always kind of weird when they do like a weave thing and then put it on geometry because it never, and this is the nitpicky to the nth degree, but it would never bend like that, right? That's the big problem with that,
Yeah.
is that when you get to like a rim like that, it just couldn't bend like that.
Mhm.
Sick.
Oh, the particles look so good.
Yeah, they're so good. Showing a lot more environmental damage than they had. Well, they had some of it in like the big chase scenes in Miles Morales, but not as much in like regular gameplay. So if they have some of that stuff in regular gameplay, that'd be pretty impressive. Yeah, the smoke is kind of operating at half frame rate, which it proves it's in game, right? It's like
Yeah.
one of these things where it's like you can see the compromise. Man, Spider-Man's looking way more jacked than Miles at this point. They've but Miles has his awesome Venom power, so at some point in this game, one of them is going to be like corrupted, and the other one's going to have to fight, and then it's going to be a big
Yeah.
a showdown between Spider-Mans. Okay, I love like 10 things about this, and I hate one. What do you think I hate?
The brick texture?
I actually don't
Maybe?
mind the brick texture. It's okay. It's not like amazing in certain regards, but the one thing that's getting me is this bag of garbage. Like, what bag of garbage has a top like that? It's like,
Yeah, no. I think for first it'd be a lot more reflective usually and have a lot more crinkles in it.
if I
It's
had
a little bit too
placed this bag in
simplified.
the game, I would have like turned it until that corner was like hiding here, so you just couldn't see it. I would just like keep rotating it, and I'd be like, oh, okay, there, that's good. The shadows look pretty decent.
Yep. ASMR, woohoo!
Do they show any more of that? Okay, we have to like
I don't think
we have to
so.
like look into the darkness.
Yeah.
I just gotta get that one frame where you can see it. Come on. Oh, come on. There you go.
There you go.
Cool.
Hmm.
Yeah, I like the way that this material is pulling. They could do a lot with this because the fact that it's a symbiote, right? It's like we have no reference for what this thing should look like. So
Hmm.
they can kind of go ham. But it looks like they're going after like combination of like an inky feel and a veiny feel for
Yeah.
what they've gone for with it. I'm very curious to see where they go with it. It'd be cool to see it like not even as zoomed in. The specularity on the teeth and stuff looked awesome there. You can see some
It's
saliva.
a shame it's too short of a shot. I think you can barely see some like saliva
Right here, I was gonna
strands.
say you got some spit tech.
Yeah.
Look at
That's
this.
yeah. Spit tech,
No,
yeah.
that's like sick spit tech right there. I remember when
Woo.
when what was it? Fight Night Round 3 on Xbox 360 came out and they had brand new sweat technology and it was like a pretty big deal. And yeah, you could do some pretty crazy stuff with that. So, I mean, overall,
2023? Damn, that's a ways off.
that is a ways off. The blowing newspapers and stuff look really good. I think the
Yeah.
only thing that's getting me in this scene is
It's the smoke.
it's the smoke at half frame rate.
Yeah.
Like the fog
Again, it's 2023 though. Second needs to replace that. And oh the roughness on the window there looks really
looks
really
really
nice.
nice. Yeah, like you can see they're both reflections. So the fact that okay, so one thing that can happen in games with something like this is they don't make the ray tracing emit everywhere, but you can actually see the sparks show up at one point in the reflection. I missed it, but
Oh
there,
wow.
I saw it at one spot. Where was it? Ah. Anyways, you're getting a lot more things in the reflection. So if it's actually reflecting the particles and stuff, because sometimes they'll just not have specific effects reflect to save performance. Um, but oh, and that's actually pretty cool too, because you can see him flying in the puddle before he flies. All right. Oh, there's a cool
Oh.
scene there. Yeah, you can see a little bit of something going on there. It's pretty
I think
cool.
it's like foot, yeah.
Yeah, it's like something's going on there. Anyways, really cool. Let's. So that was the Spider-Man teaser. I mean, I wouldn't call it much of a trailer because they don't show any gameplay, but it's like,
Oh.
looks
It's
like,
in engine. It's in engine, so you know
yeah.
this is real.
They said it's captured on a PS5. And I mean, obviously, things like
Okay,
that,
yeah.
the half frame rate smoke and stuff are pretty good indicators that it's not lying about anything.
Mm,
It, and having played Spider-Man, Miles Morales, and one, this is like it's a step up from that, but it's not like an unreasonable one. So, yeah, I mean, I'm really excited. I really enjoyed the first two. Now I'm excited to play number two. So, yeah, this will be a good time. Trying to think if there's anything to pick up. The materials look good. There's really good terrain and other stuff. The particles are amazing, and yeah, their particle text was really good. The step up between Spider-Man and from Spider-Man to Miles Morales was pretty huge when it came to particles, and it looks like they're just going even further with it. So that's pretty
hmm.
awesome. Anything you want to say before we wrap up?
I'm all good.
You're all good. Okay. Anyways, so yeah, feel free to click the like and subscribe. And anyways, we'll catch you on the next one. Take care.